Hi everyone, Corey here, Spiritual Intuitive Guide, Empowerment Life Coach. It is Thursday, August the 23rd. It is late in the evening, but I want to have this posted for in the morning of the 24th, and I really feel like it's that connection to the flow of energy and just the flow of emotions and the flow of kind of everything that's taking place right now, and going with the flow over the weekend as we're starting to enter into the energy of a Pisces moon that's coming up. That it's so important to allow you to be wherever you need to be in your emotions, and it's like just go with the flow, just let the flow happen, and whatever is taking place. But the one thing that I want you to be very cautious of and very aware of is the words that you're putting out there and what you're projecting out into the world. That we are now coming from a place that we need to be very consciously aware of the words we're using, and to come from a place of love, the pure essence of love and kindness. And that means to ourselves, being very kind to yourself and being very careful of what you even say in the words that you're projecting out into the universe for your own self. And so it's that flow, and everything has to flow right from the conversations you're having to the energy that you're putting out into work, into relationships, and wherever it may go. And I feel like I keep bringing up all of those because the readings and the cards I'm pulling kind of go into, it's kind of general, so it goes into everything. And whether it relates to you in a relationship, or it relates to you in a family situation, or whether it relates to you in a work relationship, that it's paying attention to where that flow is. So the cards that I'm using are the Call It Baron Reed Spirit Animal cards first. I will go into a few cards, and the first card that I have is from this deck, and I just want to shuffle more. It's that Ant Spirit. I put them down like you could see them. It is Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. And by collaboration, I'm really connecting this evening, collaborating to spirit, collaborating with knowing that that source and spirit, your angels, your guides, whatever it may be, are there to assist you when you're feeling as if life is a little bit complicated and you're not sure of the direction to take, or you're not even sure of how to even communicate what you're feeling or what you want to say, or the help that you need. It's cat's going crazy. Is that this is the energy that's coming in the emotional Pisces moon that's coming, and of course the flow of Pisces is linked to water. It's that flow that when you're in that flow, is that sometimes you need help and sometimes you need to ask for help. And it's that sense of going into the higher realm. And it's not always about what's here on earth, or who do I ask here, and not that you can't ask the people here, but asking for help from source, from guides, from the angels, from everything that's in that higher consciousness and higher awareness, and knowing that there's more than what we see with these human eyes. There's more help than that. But also to know that you still have people that have your back, and that you have someone to go to when you need to, when you're having an emotional time, or you're going through a difficult situation. It does feel like in the energy right now that as we're coming up into this, and of course it's been a lot of stuff happening the past few months in the universe, and it just feels like there's been and a lot of people may find themselves going through emotional releases and let goes and breakups and those type of things, and that this is time to know that you can't do the moves, you can't do that move forward alone all the time, and that it's okay to say I need someone to help me, and it's okay to ask someone to help. And it's if you always look at the ant, and why we're bringing up the ant spirit, is ants work in colonies. They do not work alone. They work in collaboration with others. And that's why we're here. We're not always meant to do everything alone. So when you're in that space of trying to constantly be doing things alone, look what happens. You're exhausted, you're depleted, and asking for help is actually a sign of strength, not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. And the other card that comes out is Turtle Spirit. I love Turtle Spirit, and I feel like Turtle Spirit really goes into that protection. You're protected, you're safe, and that that slow and steady wins the race, and they get there. It may take them a little longer. Look how long they can live. It's that, it's okay that you're not winning the race of being first. It's you're winning the race of your own life, and you're winning by really taking your time and looking around and asking for help, and really being aware of your surroundings, and being aware of your emotions, and being aware of what you've gone through, and being aware of what you have experienced in life. Is that it gives you the opportunity to really appreciate what is coming, and the life that you are creating for yourself, and the life that you're building up. And I got a cat crying at the door. She's not even an outdoor cat, but I've been gone for 2 days, so she's kind of peeved off at me. And that it just really, really is about what is around you. What have you experienced, and what have you been through? And because what it feels like is that we're really going into a bang. We're going into a place of stepping into a new era, stepping into a new life, going into a whole new energy. And it feels really good. And it just feels like it's just that sense of an excitement that there's good things coming. But it's like, okay, why do we feel the need to have to take everything from the past with us? Or why do we feel the need to want to keep repeating old shit, old patterns, old crap that you want to leave behind? You don't need to keep telling that story. You don't need to keep going there. We know it happened. We know where we have been. So it's like, it's okay to say, I'm going to take a fresh start, and that to know that the world, the universe has like so many possibilities. And the card that comes out is the starfish, which is endless possibilities. Is that be open to what's to come next. Be open to the fact that what if that all that you tried to control and it crumbled apart, it's not the way it's supposed to be, and that there's something better out there, and there's something of a new possibility that's coming, or something else to explore. And of course, I am not talking about the trauma of life, of loss, and those type of things of our people. I'm talking about in your general life, of the things you try to control, of your job, of hanging on to people, those type of things is where this feels like it's going for me. I just feel as if there's a lot of people who've been stuck, and we're stuck in crappy relationships, or crappy jobs, or crappy towns, or anything like that. And I just feel like you've been making moves, and you're making changes, and you're just like dragging through, and it's like the finances haven't been there, or you're struggling through, or the support you felt wasn't there is truly it is there. And it's just like, no, that's all the kind of illusions. Just keep going. Things are falling into place. But where you thought you were going, you're not really going. You're going in another direction, and that's okay. And this is where we're talking about going with the flow. And if you look at a mountain, if water tried to go up over the mountain, it would have such a struggle. But if you allow water to go around the mountain, how easy it flows. Is that the obstacles that are in our way, that we think are in our way, are they really in our way, or are we so stuck on one way to get over the obstacles, or to get through the obstacles? And if we just look at the possibility that there is another direction, and these cards are coming out, and it's like you have the ant who's trudging through the sand, but you have the water animals, the water creatures that are coming through, that sense of, I can't even get my words out, that live underneath the water. And it's that sense that we sometimes feel like we're drowning, right? And are we really drowning, or are we just afraid to allow ourselves to get to the top? We're afraid to go to the top where we can breathe, because it becomes habit to stay in the old. It becomes habit to stay in the negative. It becomes habit to stay in the underneath. Whereas to rise above sometimes takes a little more effort, and a little more of stepping into a very uncomfortable position. But it's to be uncomfortable that takes us into the place of the butterfly spirit, the transformation. And that transformation is such a beautiful thing. And we're taught to just, if you're in a relationship and it's comfortable, you should stay there. It's, oh, this is working, or it's okay. You can just let go of those things because it's comfortable. And it's like, no, you're not here to stay in that comfortable. It's that raw vulnerability is such a beautiful thing when you expose yourself into the world of knowing that you are creating something of a more beautiful life, or the endless possibilities that are out there for you. Allowing yourself to go there, to be a part of it, and to live it to the fullest. And the other card that I'm going to pull, I'm just kind of channeling through the information. This is kind of changing on the fly for me. It's not what I thought was going to happen. So the other card that I'm pulling is, I don't even know whose cards I got at the moment. I'm not sure. I think I've signed a Croquette's card. I'm just not sure. No. Or Denise Lynn. They're soul coaching cards that I know. So the card that's coming out for me from the soul coaching card is enthusiasm. And to be very, it's time to kind of be excited for what's to come. We've been kind of sitting in that kind of fearful, scared type of energy, and it's like, no, let's be excited to know that the world is endless and the possibilities are endless, and it's time to celebrate your life, celebrate where you've been, celebrate where you're going, and just know that this is like having new skin. And it's like, it's going to feel new, everything is going to feel odd and different, but it's okay that it feels like that there's beautiful light, there's just such beautiful light in you, and there's beautiful light that's coming. And what you're truly doing is you are creating yourself a strong foundation, because the foundation we had prior wasn't strong enough to hold us up for the strong person that you are about to become. And that's exactly how you have to look at it, that you just needed to create a little stronger foundation so that you could be ready for this big monument that you are going to put on top of it now, and that you're about to show the world who you are and what you're about to become. But this weekend, and the reason why I feel like it's so strong over this weekend, is that this weekend is about really being silent, sitting in your quiet time. And it's okay to be there. It might be just for a day. It might be just for it might be for a week, who knows? But it's that in that serene moments of just being still and just being quiet. And sometimes the only time we get that is when we go to sleep. But you have to create it somewhere else in your day to allow you to be able to breathe through all the changes that are happening, all the emotions that are coming up, and everything else that's kind of been shifting through and going through as you've been working through this crazy little changes that have been taking place within the universe, within where we have been. And the other card that I'm pulling is the self-care card. It's the last card that I'm going to pull. And it's release. Release. And whatever you need to let go of now so that you can free yourself of the past and set some really good intentions into moving into the next era is, allow yourself that moment to cry. Allow yourself to go through that little bit of, that grieving and that deep sense of stepping into the deeper self. And what it actually says is, have a good cry. Grief is a doorway to your deepest self. And once you can go into that place of allowing yourself to cry, and cry out those emotions that you've been stifling back down, is that you're actually stepping deeper into your heart center and into yourself, to acknowledge and to feel and sense what you have gone through. And when you come out on the other side, okay, now I feel like I can step out, and now I feel like I can move into this new energy and into this new light. So be kind and gentle to yourself. Enjoy all that comes with going through any changes that are happening, and set yourself some good intentions, some clear goals, and to just know that this is a time that you have been through a lot, and that you're stepping into a place of getting clear and having clarity around the next phases of your life without having control of the next phase of your life, that you're willing to go with the flow. Have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. I know it's Thursday night, but it'll be Friday before everyone starts reading this. Have a wonderful Friday, or watching this. Have a wonderful Friday, and much love to you all. and I will be back into the YouTube and posting another video by Saturday or Sunday. Thank you. Bye-bye.